Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We're at 32228 Southwest Boones Bend Road here in Wilsonville. Located at the front of the house, we are just to the right of the front doorway. In the patio here, you have actually two 4-inch cast iron cleanouts. We're going through the outlet side, which is also one furthest from the house. Checking the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Water is running. We're zeroed out. Off we go. And I've got a lot of sun glare today. This is one of those I'm probably going to do a level of review at home in better lighting. Fine detail stuff is kind of hard to see right now.
So the easy way to do this.
Alright, that looks like our terminus right there. It looks like we're hitting the community line.
They did that.
Oh no, it's not coming out of the drain pipe. It's just right here. It comes along the side of the siding, goes down underneath the siding, coming down.
We're going to go locate here real quick, the line drains, and we'll take another look at everything.
Yeah, it's independent of the drain pipe. It's on stacks, right? And yeah, I just feel like it's time.
Alright, so this right here is located right as the, essentially where the gate is at that divides the front of this property from kind of the parking area is where we're at right here. And this right here looks like we're hitting a community line. The line just drops straight down here. If you look out on the road from this vantage point though, it does line up with a patch that goes into the street. So you'd always contact the HOA in here and find out how they divvy up responsibility. These places often operate a little different than your average home. And so far, coming back from the main line there, cast iron's looking good. Haven't seen any heavy rust scaling. This is considered newer cast iron. Old cast iron would be the stuff from about the early 1900s, you know, 1900, 1920. Best cast iron ever made. The newer cast iron is more prone to wearing out. It's a thinner pipe material. Metal doesn't hold up quite as well. So it's nice to see when some of this stuff is held up the way it has. This spot right here is getting a little more wear and tear, although I think what you've got here, it's hard to see because of some of the buildup in the line at that pipe joint. That would appear to be a tie-in. It may very well be a tie-in from a neighbor. This type of home setup here, it's not uncommon to have shared lines. Alright, I marked this spot with a pink flag. It's essentially, if you do a straight line directly away from the house, right near a kind of the big tree, first big tree you come to here, and I'll show with the camera where that's at. I put a flag down there. I'm going to take a little closer look at this in better lighting at home. You have some junk built up at this joint here. One, it's creating essentially an obstruction, at least up, you know, into the flow line as well as the sidewall of the pipe there, which is the bottom of the pipe and kind of the right hand side as well as a bit of the top. I think you may have a root intrusion here. I can see, if you look very closely, kind of near the bottom left hand corner of the screen, down near the foot counter, there is some stringy stuff there. It's just, I don't have a lot to look at. At the very least, I would like to see that ground down so that you don't have a spot there where stuff's going to build up. As you noticed, as soon as you start coming back from that, the pipe here is in rougher shape. It's not in like nightmare level condition, but cast iron, funny enough, the enemy of cast iron, what eventually rots it out is moisture. And so anytime moisture sits on cast iron for too long, it generally speaking, and as well as other debris items like grease, things like that, stuff that can trap moisture underneath it, trap acidity, you know, even lemon juice going down your line, acids like that can eat at the pipe. And when stuff has a harder time draining through an area, like a spot like this where you have an obstruction here, you notice when you get past this, the pipe is in a lot smoother condition. So, not to say that that's been just causing backups over and over again, but I can tell that it's causing the line to struggle to an extent. Debris looks like it's hanging up there. And what you probably are getting is debris stopping up, water kind of building up behind it, and then breaking loose. But it's causing some stuff to collect there. So I've marked that location. I'm going to do some reviewing at home, so watch for the report. I may very well recommend a repair on that if I can identify roots a little nicer. It's very near a tree. Wouldn't surprise me to see that. But there's little enough there. It could be other things. I mean, you can get hair, dental floss, string, all kinds of stuff that's going to go down line. It can kind of mimic the look of roots. So I'll take a closer look at it. But the joint there, I'm not loving how that's looking and what that can potentially cause as debris comes down the sewer line. No, otherwise, the rest of the line here appears intact, in fair condition for its age. Again, I'm going to do some reviewing at home to get a better look, some fine detail stuff that's harder to see right now with the light glare I've got. But aside from that area there at 16 feet, the line's got good slope and grade, no gradation issues, bellies, things like that. And I did notice towards the start of the line, you have a little bit of fern coat bulging. Let's see here, I want to say it was around 3 to 5 feet in. Just turn the water back on for a second to get that sludge off the camera. You know, a little bit of gasket material bulging that I noticed as I pulled the camera back out. And there's a little bit exposed right here at that joint. Anyway, there are spots that I will look at. There it is right there at about 6 feet. And that will happen from time to time with cast iron, as long as it's not obstructing the flow line in a big way and the joint all looks sealed up. It's more of a technical visual blemish than anything. So my biggest concern right now is that spot there at 16 feet. At the least, what I may recommend, things like flex shaft machines, mini millers, things like that. They're a specialized machine that can go down line that have like sanding bits on them, and you can actually grind that stuff down if it looks like it's excess something or another. I mean, these look like fern coat joints, not leaded ones or anything like that. So that's kind of my concern. It's either, you know, you could have a little bit of bulging gasket going on there with debris hanging up on top of it. It could be scale buildup. It's hard to say. So watch the report. I'm going to recommend either cleaning on it. I may recommend repairs on it if the joint there does appear compromised. I'm going to review the entire video in general, but that's the one spot to watch on the report for there. The rest of the line here all appears intact, in good shape for its age, or I would say fair condition for its age, and functioning properly at this time. Overall, though, that spot there, I mean, the line is functioning, but that area there is going to be causing solids to potentially move slower through the line. So overall, line's functioning, but it's draining slower through that area than it should as it relates to solids moving through the line.